listening to people's words, bro, instead of just actually saying something crazy.
Is that really true,
that is
bro?
A crazy
like, come on,
statement.
man.
It might be.
There's people that have.
I'm saying you don't have to be a sledgehammer. You can be that river that carves a king.
Yeah. I got a Duffy on me, I'm feeling good. The streets talking to me in the hood. I'm doing this exactly how I should. What's not said is understood. Listen to me, I'm on my grind. No matter what, these haters mad. I gotta ask, why you mad at us? Cause I'm on the rise, yeah, I'm on the rise. The party won't even get litty until they know big bro arrive.
It's called, I guess, let me not say I guess, because it's actually my cousin's movie. It's called Black Girl Fatal or Fatale. Is it?
So that's where your acting career has gone.
You
went from
I'm on Tubi because
you went from commercials for electric companies and Braun commercials.
That really
Good money,
is
too.
Tubi as ever.
great money.
Whatever happened to that?
That's how much I got paid for Tubi.
Time out. How much?
$20.
I didn't get a thing. I went from making
Free?
everything to not a thing.
But time out. How come? What happened to the acting? Like, you was getting awards.
I grew up, bro. Listen, when it comes to, let me tell you something. It's a lot going on behind closed doors in Hollywood.
Wasn't you acting with girl from Hunger Games? Y'all was in the same acting school or something, right?
Bro, you was
We
really,
was in the same
really
event.
doing your thing, bro.
I was on commercials and all that little things and things.
Explain what happened, because
I had to look for it when I was younger. I was willing to also like adapt to whatever look they were trying to get me to go for when I was younger too.
If y'all don't know, he looked like Corey in the House, low key.
Yeah, I look like
with a
I look
fro.
like the typical. I look just like Corey in the House. Like, he was hot at the time. It was, you know what I'm saying. And
I'm the man.
yeah, literally, like, I was like that. And so, but I grew up and it just wasn't, you know, something that I was particularly interested in because of the stuff that was required of you. First of all, it was a lot required of you. I don't know if y'all remember when I was doing the acting, but was I not gone? Like, I mean, I'm New York this week. I'm in LA this week. I mean, you feel
Definitely
me?
was. I remember.
And then, so that took a toll on me, as well as, do you know how much money it costs to do all that?
No.
A lot of tens of thousands of dollars, real talk. Like, shout out to my peoples for even believing in me that much. But, bro, it's a lot that goes on with that, bro. It's not just like, it ain't easy. Yeah,
we was counting on John to be the next Tyler Perry.
John,
bro.
get us out of here, bro.
You was supposed to be.
You was supposed to get us out.
You was supposed to be Michael B. Jordan, bro.
Michael B.
First
Jordan.
of all, I don't think I ever
You
was
supposed to
even
be
on that
Idris
type
Elba.
of.
Nate Johnson, ain't that his name or something like that? No, that's.
I don't remember ever having them type of. I ain't had them expectations for
I'm talking about
myself.
Cedric
So.
the Entertainer.
I'm Nate Johnson.
Hey, that's crazy.
He said,
Nah, I ain't going to no
corn.
Cedric the Entertainer, Corey in the House. Yeah.
I ain't going to no corn. Nope.
Eddie Murphy, yeah.
No, just know, bro. It really is a lot that they want you to do. They have a lot of audacity. Like, executives, produce, whatever you want to call them, producers. All of those, they have a lot of audacity, and they truly do want to run how you live, essentially, when it comes to this acting stuff. And so, a lot of people find that it's not worth it. The people that do stay through it, y'all see how they end up in the end. So, I mean,
Well, here's the
Rich,
thing.
feel me?
This-
No,
I'm playing.
not Rich.
This is a perfect segue because, I mean, let's just be real, y'all. If you made it, you would have been fired because you would have been late.
To everything.
You ain't even have to do that.
They would have done every scene without you in it.
I did though.
That was good. I mean, it was a good one. I ain't gonna lie.
So today, y'all, we're gonna talk about friendships. We're gonna talk about that fine line, right? Holding friends accountable versus just being critical. Like, are we being too critical to our friends? Are we not being critical enough? Is it even ever a time to be critical? Or should we just hold each other accountable? Should we be too light? Whatever it may be, right? But the reason this kind of got brought up was John, right? So we talking about 10 years, y'all. One thing we know about John Harris, a.k.a. Bon, a.k.a. what else? John Bon Jovi, a.k.a. what else?
That's good. I think that's good. I think that's enough.
What else? Bonathan, Bonofficial. What's your middle name? Maurice. Jonathan
Oh my
Maurice.
God,
Let's get real
bro.
federal.
God.
Yeah, you getting definitely.
It don't
real
matter.
federal.
It don't matter what the name is. We know for a fact John is going to be
Never on time once in a decade.
late. So
That's a crazy.
Is that
statement.
really true,
That is
bro?
a crazy.
Like, come on,
statement.
It
man.
might be
There's
facts,
people that have
though.
never met me on at all that's gonna really hear Ryan say.
No, that
I have not been on time to a thing in 10
Not with-
years.
not with me.
Crazy.
So let's just do a
Not with
sound.
me, you
let's
haven't.
just do a bite right now.
You gonna introduce me like that to
Let's just
people.
do a bite. If you know Bond, has he been late to one of your functions, parties, events, things that you
gonna-
plan
why would you
together?
ask?
Yes or no?
Because you know they gonna say yes.
Yes or no?
Hit the boo button.
Why would you ask people that, bro? You gonna make that a bite, a real?
Hey man,
Nah,
We do not care.
at all. Now, but for real, on some real though, like
That's crazy.
what we've realized recently though is, you know, and it's not just about John being late. It's about, you know, specific situations. Kamar and his anger. Yeah, somebody say something about me. I don't know. Whatever it is, sometimes we joke too much as friends. Like always climbing. You guys know. For those that don't know, we started as 10 or 11 strong, just brothers. Like, and we still are that. We still have our group chat. Our group chat has literally been live since high school, and we are 27, 28 years old. But to that point, sometimes I feel like we brush stuff off instead of addressing it. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. Like when we're checking on our friends, when we know our friends are struggling, whether it's a breakup, whether it's financially, whether somebody is in trouble with the law, whatever it is, bro, we've gone through a lot together. At what point are we supposed to criticize, or at what point are we supposed to be like, bro, you need to lock in, like, you know what I'm saying, and really get that hard conversation, versus at what point do we joke about it? I just want to hear y'all thoughts.
Well, we're men, so everything can be a joke. Nothing is sacred for us in a way. I mean, like, if I'm being honest. But also, I feel like it's really a fine line. It's situational, because there are certain things behavior-wise that are clearly and presently a phase because of what you're going through. But then there are certain things that have always been you. But then even like for us, it's a even more complex and deeper layer because of how long we've known each other. Right? There are aspects of my personality that have been the same since you met me when we were 5. That you didn't address till you were in your 20s, just because you were used to it. Not that it wasn't never wrong. You just were accustomed to it, so you didn't even think twice about it. You know what I'm saying? So some of those conversations, I feel it really depends on the longevity of the relationship. Like newer friends that I've made since, you know, in the last 2 or 3 years, I'm a lot quicker to call them out.
Me too.
But it's because like my tolerance for nonsense, as I grow and develop, my tolerance for nonsense is like lower. But it's kind of like when you're in it, you don't recognize it.
And
That's crazy you said
and
that.
I don't mean to say the same thing you're saying. I'm probably not, but like I think also now that you say that, man, I don't tolerate much from new friends or people. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
no.
and it's not a good thing, right? I'll cut somebody off like because I have y'all to lean on.
Yeah,
And,
you was late. I ain't dealing with you. You wasted my time.
I think there might be an issue with that because I almost treat y'all as if y'all like I'm stuck with y'all. Not in a good way, but like it's not like it's a bad thing, but like
Not facts.
you know what I'm saying? As many times as John has been late, you think I would play the game with somebody that's literally let me down every single time if he wasn't hasn't been friends with me, I haven't been connected with him since middle school?
Would unadd them.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Like
hey,
I think y'all
if he
actually-
texts me, y'all trying to get on Rainbow, I'll be like, man, block. Like, bro, stop talking to me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think y'all actually genuinely just made me come to a like real life realization of why I'm so cutthroat, because I got y'all to lean on. Like
Yeah.
that's actually
Ryan, yeah, you just did that for me too, bro.
Bro,
that's crazy.
I'm serious. Like yo like lifetime friends, bro. Like we tolerate more, but I feel like it's because like truly and honestly, like people, oh, that's my brother, but like y'all really are my brothers. Like
we
y'all
just understand each other, bro.
like y'all got like the same position as Randall for me. You know what I'm saying? So like it don't matter what Randall do or say, he's still gonna be at Easter dinner.
Right.
So at the very least, we getting along.
And that's where the blessing comes, bro, because most people have 1, 2, maybe 3 of those.
Man,
Maybe.
it's slim. It's slim,
If
bro.
that many actually, the
We
whole
really-
friend group might be 5, but it's really
We're really
one.
deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some of us, we don't talk for a whole year, and then as soon as they back in my living room
Nothing
or something for
changes,
Christmas
bro.
to get together, like
Good to go.
Nothing
You know,
changed.
somebody actually got into an argument with that, or I wouldn't say like an argument, but it was just a little debate on Facebook, because somebody had posted a status talking about, you know what I'm saying, how females can't hold relationships, like just making fun. You know how Facebook do, making fun of women, talking about how they always in a new friend group. It was some type of crazy joke, like, and. So it was actually an Akron post. So like people from Akron was talking on it. That's the only reason I even commented on it. But like girls was actually on there trying to make it seem like a bad thing that we, you know what I'm saying, put up with certain stuff from each other, and that we like they were like y'all are just so low maintenance. Like y'all don't care if you was a day late on each other's birthday, y'all still to be cool with each other. And
not
it's
gonna have
like
a
they're
perfect
making that
response to that,
seem
though.
like it's a bad. They were actually making it seem like it was a bad thing. And they like y'all just low maintenance. Y'all don't care about each other for real. That's why y'all can be friends, like
Yeah,
remain
what?
friends. I'm
That's,
like,
that's,
what?
that's literally so false. And I think that's the misconception of what low maintenance is.
Yeah.
The real word is grace. We give each other grace for when we make mistakes or when we do stuff wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's the problem that girls don't. Or I think it's a problem that some girls. I'm not, generalizing every girl. But
Not all.
The girls that have these issues with their friendships, or the girls, like you said, was on Facebook, they don't know how to give true grace in the way that grace is actually meant. Not just saying grace when you eat food, but
Yeah.
give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Like, even with, like, you showing up late, bro. I'm not going to get mad at it because I actually give you grace in that situation. Of course, it's annoying and it's inconvenient, but at the same time, it's like, I'm going to give you the grace because you probably need that more than you realize. But at the end of the day, that don't mean that it don't affect me or impact me, but I'm not going to change my view or my friendship over because of that.
Yep,
100.
that's
Like-
facts. But see, that's to that point, bro. Grace.
We
Is
need to
it-
give ourselves grace.
Is it grace if you're silent?
Situation dictates.
I believe so.
I think it depends on how you handle it.
yeah,
I think it
situation.
depends on you because some people when they handle stuff in silence, it'll eat them up. I'm that type of person. I can't handle something in silence because I'm gonna overthink. I'm gonna just eat myself up inside, bro. But some people can handle that in silence where that's where they do their best thinking. You know what I mean? But for me, I fidget my hands. I need to do something. Like I need to work out, play basketball. I need to build something to be able to get my mind to start operating in a way that I can actually function and break this stuff down for myself. You know what I mean? So
Now that's for you, but let me
That's me,
clarify.
yeah.
Let me clarify. The person you're giving grace to, like let's just say it's a repeatable offense. Let's say every time you go out with one of your home girls,
yeah.
they always showing out. Like you gonna keep giving them grace because you stuck with them. Like similar to AC. Let's say you got a friend that you've been friends with for 8 years. Like
Right.
that's my home girl. Every time we go out, like it's all good. But she keeps showing out. She keep talking like that was rude as people. You like, is it grace if you're silent? That's kind of what I'm asking.
No,
Or is it-
no.
Yeah, not
It's
in
not
that
grace to be
situation.
silent.
To me,
You have
silence is avoidance.
silence is an avoidant like style.
To me, grace is love, and love is
you gotta have that conversation.
having that conversation.
But it's also about being gentle,
I pretty
not
much
being
stand with that, too.
soft. Like, oh, like I just want to let you. Nah, it's none of that. But it's being gentle in the things that you say. It's not cussing somebody out and saying, "Man, you need to lock the," you know what I mean, all that stuff. But it's more so like, yo, like dead serious.
I'm not
Listen,
against that though.
You can't be. You're not against cussing.
I'm not against it. I mean, I feel like you have to know how to deal with certain people.
I agree.
However, am one of the, I'm
I
one of
do
those people
agree.
you can do that to.
It-
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can feel you can be my man. See, like one of y'all.
But
Y'all
that
can
then
cuss
that
me
come
out,
to
bro, and I can
understanding.
take it and learn the lesson from it and be like, they cussed me out for a reason.
But we care
know what I'm
to
saying?
develop that deep enough relationship to know that we can do that with each
I
other.
mean, yeah, true.
Some
And
people
me, I'm
are
never
surface
gonna,
level.
me personally, I'm never gonna do that. You know what I mean?
I don't even like cussing.
Yeah, I'm never gonna sit here and cuss.
Like-
Up. But that's just me.
I'm just saying, like,
But
certain people
I get what you're saying.
react to certain
Yeah.
things. You know?
Even take
feel
away
that.
the actual dictation of cussing. I know what you're saying. Fussing at somebody.
Just the tone,
not
the
even
tone of
cussing.
yeah,
going off.
But to that point, bro, like as we kind of segment into like being impeccable with our word, right? That's an important piece too, because how you talk to somebody, you got to make sure it's impeccable. Kamar, I'll let you kind of explain what that means, like being impeccable with your word. But like before that, like we got to make sure we're impeccable with the words that we say about ourselves and to ourselves.
Yes.
But we also got to make sure we're impeccable with our word, what we say to other people, right? So, Kamar, for those that don't know, if you can explain a little bit about what it means to be impeccable with your word. Talk to these people, man.
All right, so being impeccable with your word is basically holding yourself to the highest standard that you can possibly actually hold yourself worth. And I think a lot of people don't understand the validity and the power that our words have. You know what I mean? So when we say something, if we sit there and talk about how, we can't achieve nothing, or everything go wrong for us, or everything is against us, right? It's forces, it's energies, it's spirits that's going to make sure that happens, right? So when we speak positively these things about what we will do, what we will accomplish, what we plan on doing, and we actually truly want to do that, bro, it changes our whole our trajectory, like what we actually want to do in our lives and how we accomplish stuff. Like, for example, like we talked earlier, if we say I'm going to get up at 6 a.m. every day, being impeccable with your word is trying your best to get up at 6 a.m. every day. Even if it's just starting a trend of just hitting that alarm, like, or your alarm go off and you just wake up, get a cup of water, you know what I mean? But then if you tired, you go back to sleep. But it's the fact that you making that initiative to actually stay true to what you telling yourself that you're going to do. Because if you don't listen to yourself, if you don't obey yourself in what you're saying, you're not going to obey nobody else. You're not going to care about what nobody else say. And that's, at the end of the day, that's a domino effect, or it's going to snowball. And now everything else in your life is going to start just falling apart because you don't even know how to consider your own self. Forget anybody else.
Even the impeccable with your word towards other people too. Like, once I read that book, man, the Four Agreements, what's his name? Ruiz?
Don Miguel Ruiz. Yeah.
I read it, and that impeccable piece, man, like what it really gave me was like, also like how I'm speaking to people.
Yeah, genuinely.
Even like towards my wife or something, like she makes me mad. Like, instead of just blaming her, trying to really be impeccable with every single word that comes out of my mouth, because the things that come out of our mouths, bro, when they say sticks and stones break my bones, but words never hurt me, bro. I don't know if anybody can relate, bro.
No.
But I will never
give
forget,
me the sticks and stones.
I will
bro.
never forget some of the stuff that has been said to me, bro. Even as an adult. I mean, I can quote people, bro, that have really hurt my feelings.
I've had to sit there and talk to myself in prayer, bro, and just sit there and say, today is the day that I declare I'm not going to remember this. And some stuff, I'm not lying to you, I dead serious cannot remember.
Had
some
to
of the
push out
worst-
your memory.
Some of the stuff that I've heard that really hurt me, bro, I don't even remember it because I declare I'm not going to remember this no more.
So,
like even what you said with Janelle, bro.
To that point,
like,
we have that same power.
we have
The power that I'm saying people have had on me, the power that you saying you praying that people don't have on you.
Yeah.
We have that power, bro. So what we say, bro, it carries real weight, bro. Real weight. So like, not only just promises. Let's start with promises. Like you said, when I tell somebody I'm gonna be there, bro, because y'all need to know that I'm impeccable with my word. Like, if I keep letting you down, I'm hurting your feelings. But not only that, my weight is heavy, right? But then also just like comments. Instead of, I don't like that outfit, I've been really working on, because Janelle, you know what I'm saying, she comes sharp to work. But sometimes, like, I don't be liking her style. But even just like trying to figure out how to say it in a nicer way, like, hey, you know that one blouse that you got, that tan one? I feel like that'll go way better with them pants. That's like, you look fire with them pants. Just fix it, being impeccable, bro.
Yeah.
And making sure that I'm thinking about other people before I speak is also important. So what you said about what we say to ourselves is important, but also that other piece, talking to others. What was you saying, Ryan?
I listen a lot too. That's something I chose to be impeccable with, is listening to people's words, bro, instead of just actually saying something initially, like trying to get my point out. Like, I just shut up and listen, bro.
Yes.
Listening to listen.
So,
I shut up to listen, bro.
Funny story. So I've been reading how to win friends and influence people.
Yeah, you showed me that. Yeah.
Old book. But like they there's a lot of rewrites. A lot of people have used it in their other work. I got an OG copy, like copyrighted like 1930 something, bro. Like they talk about like Theodore Roosevelt, like we talk about Obama, right? And one of the concepts, kind of like what Bryce was saying, is, be honest, but you don't have to cut. You don't have to cut with your words. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a sledgehammer. You can be that river that carves a canyon. You know what I'm saying? You don't
that river that carves a canyon.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta smash it to bits to get your point across. But just kind of being gentle and consistent can get you that same result, but in a manner that I don't have a pile of rubble. I got this glorious piece of nature to look at. So to that order, the reverse is also, I would say the reverse is also true, because I feel like a lot of times we get locked in on what we will commit to, but sometimes that lack of commitment is important too. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we got to be there at 6. I'm not gonna be there at 6.
100.
I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, especially because like I was guilty of it. Y'all know when I was on midnights, I was good at first. I would try. Yeah, I'm only gonna sleep an hour and then I'm gonna be out all day. Nah, bro, I'm going to bed. I'll see y'all at noon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after,
It's okay to say no, bro.
but I'm saying after a while, it was better for everybody for me to just say no, because otherwise, either I'm there, committed, furious, sleep deprived, angry, and that don't do us no good because now I'm mad. Y'all not enjoying my presence, or I fell asleep and just didn't make it, didn't say nothing to nobody because I was exhausted.
And whether we mad or not, we are, you know, if we was counting on you, disappointed.
Correct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as much as we got to be impeccable with the positive of what we will do, you know, we got to be equally positive with what we won't do. Because kind of like you were saying, with a spouse, with a partner, with a roommate, whoever, as it's just as important when they say, hey, can you do the dishes when you get home? Or, hey, can you do this when you get home? If you know you exhausted and you finna go in there, kick your shoes off, take a shower, and lay down, say that.
See, that'd be my problem though, because I do that every day. You know how they say like
then
you
be
supposed to,
impeccable with your words,
you know how
sir.
you supposed to, I know, but you know how you supposed to have 100% every day.
Yes.
I come in every day. I'm like, hey, I got 20 today. That's my problem. Is like, man, that my 20, my 30, my 40, even my 50 is like every day. So that's what I've been working on. But no, you right though, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So like, just my thing is like taking a real account of self and how that self interacts with the other person's self, and what kind of works, what is best for everybody. Because the dynamic that you and Nell have might be very different than like the dynamic my parents have. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both married couples, but just the way y'all communicate, the way y'all energies interconnect might be totally different. So I feel like really when we get into the impeccable with your word part, and like you were saying, kind of taking into account shaping a message in a form that is best received, ultimately is what it really boils
Focusing
down
on the
to.
receiver, right?
Correct. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who knows me knows when I'm, especially if I'm into it or irritated, it ain't pleasant. It is not pleasant. And I'm a knowledgeable individual, and I have the God-given talent to argue with people.
You do.
Well,
You
Here's
definitely
you know what I'm
the
saying?
thing,
But it's
though.
like, once I got away from winning an argument to hearing them out,
There's-
suddenly we're all out of understanding.
There's some people in this world, bro, that will always take things personal though.
Yeah.
So
That's another lesson in the
So
book.
one thing, yeah, right. Don't take things personal. That's another one. But here's like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, one thing that has calmed me after reading that book too is, as long as I know I had good intentions and I really was being impeccable with my word, and I did have the receiver in mind, it's not always gonna sound good. Still, they still might be upset with me, but I don't know. Like, I used to combat, hey, I'm just saying, or like, hey, you just mad, I'm telling the truth. But like, if I was really impeccable and I was really gentle and I was really trying to make sure the receiver, and you still mad, all I can do is give you grace. All I can do is apologize and just say, hey, you know, I hear what you're saying. I really do.
Basically, might as well talk about the whole book, bro.
I know at this point, bro. At this point.
For real. But I mean, that's the last agreement in there, is just like doing your best too. And I think that's what satisfies me, is because it's like, even though I might fall short, bro, and being impeccable with your word also helps you understand yourself better, in my opinion. But if I fall short, bro, as long as I tried, like, I'm not going to just criticize myself. I'm going to actually be proud of myself. Like, nah, you really did attempt this. So that lets me know that I care about this. I care about that person. Even though I didn't execute it the best this time, if it happens again, now I know how to act better. Now I know how to treat it better, or approach it differently. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro.
Not for real.
And at the end of the book, it talked about, like, if somebody else is still taking something personal, that's their own problem.
Well, I feel like the whole doing your best thing, I feel like that kind of really speaks to the growth mindset.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, my experience with sports was a little different. I wrestled, right? Not nearly as popular of a sport. But it's like one of those sports where it's probably one of the easiest sports to see growth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The first time I wrestled, bro, lost every single match. But that last match I lost my first year, bro, jumping for joy. I lost by 1 point. I ain't get pinned.
Okay.
That was the first match ever. I ain't get pinned 10. I swear to God. But it's like, I ain't win. But for me, that was one. Like, it's real easy to see
You getting better.
the improvement. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that whole doing your best piece, I think that really speaks to the growth.
Can I change subjects? Like, my bad.
Send it.
Impeccable with your word. If I was a flashback, I think I said April 21st, you said that you was going to drop. You remember that?
He did.
Yes.
He did.
That was a couple episodes ago?
Yes,
did.
I remember. I did say that.
It's April 24th, brother.
Oh,
And I did not drop a song.
that's
That's
crazy.
That's what we're getting at, everybody. I did not drop.
Stop.
Wait. The other one. Don't make assumptions. We wrong for assuming he was gonna drop.
No. No. I would be wrong. I would be wrong if I just thought he was going to drop, but I asked him.
You did.
And I was impeccable with my question, and I was hoping he was impeccable with his word. He said,
And we assumed he was gonna be.
I was not impeccable with my
We
word.
find a pile. Or
You said what?
I wasn't impeccable with my word that time.
oh, when you dropping?
May 21st.
When you dropping?
What's today? 20.
April 24th, Thursday.
It's gonna be on a Friday, so automatically.
May 2nd.
Is that next Friday?
Yep.
You can't do it that quick. You can't drop that quick.
I know you sitting.
You
on
gotta go
archive,
through
bro.
like submission. Like you gotta actually like go
okay,
through
okay.
like, submission.
I get it, but like when you dropping?
Okay.
So the quickest you can drop is 2 weeks from when you submit at the like pretty much earliest, maybe a week and a half.
Can we just get a month?
So I would say 3 weeks from now.
3 weeks from now. Let's do that now, because we just talked about being impeccable with our word.
Okay.
We're talking about the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th. So May 16th.
So May 16th. That gives me enough time.
We're gonna have enough. We're gonna have some bond bumping.
Is this a
Wait, actually no. Somebody else do it. Somebody else dropping the song with me count? Because I got 2 different people dropping the song with me. Okay. Well, then.
No. They dropped that song.
Okay,
You on it?
okay,
We talking
okay.
about when you drop.
Okay, so my
when
song.
you drop.
I'm tired of.
Okay, May 16th then.
I'm tired of young and I got the stack on me.
Ain't nobody tell you keep listening to that.
Plain white tee.
You ain't supposed to be listening to that anyway.
Remember they had me on stand, but I'm sick of it. Okay.
BBS choker with the plain white tee.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, bro, drop.
Okay, bro, I'm a drop, bro.
But that was like 6 years ago.
It was.
No, these are actual facts.
That's what I'm saying. Stop listening to that, bro.
I have nothing else to listen to.
Yeah, you ain't giving us nothing,
Come on, bro. Okay. All right. I got y'all then. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I deserve that, so I'm okay. I deserve that. So I feel you. You got that.
Okay. I'm just, these are questions I have.
Right.
I mean, all right.
May 16th.
Well, I appreciate y'all, man. This was a good conversation. Let's segue into a little bit of an entertaining conversation.
All right, bet.
Let's talk time travel. Okay. So, let's say if you can travel back in time for one day, and during that day you are invisible and invincible. Nobody can see you and nobody can hurt you, but you are there, so you can make noise. If you're not sneaky enough, they're gonna be thinking you a ghost, right? But you are invisible and invincible. You got 24 hours. If you can go back anywhere in time, any place, where you going?
Oh man. Okay. I'm glad you can edit because I need a little second to think of this one.
2 Fridays ago.
Nah.
Hold on, cuz.
It's a great time. We was traveling with the Cuddies.
You said you was where?
We was traveling with the Cuddies.
Where
what
you
I mean?
go?
We hit the airport. We rode to the airport together. That was a good time.
Time out.
What city?
That was a
good time.
What city?
Ryan, your laptop really we gonna talk about that after. But
Dog, the laptop was chalked.
I think the people
Nah,
want to know
where would
you
y'all
were
go?
2 Fridays ago.
Nah, for real. My answer though, just because out of curiosity, just knowing how powerful God is, I would go back and see that flood in real time. I would be on the boat. I would be on Noah's Ark.
Noah's Ark? Oh, okay.
I would be on Noah's Ark, bro, and I would just see the earth flood. and I would come back and tell everybody, y'all don't understand how crazy that was.
If we talking biblically, I gotta see the
The Red Sea, bro. I need it. I need it. I
gotta see it. I gotta see that. If we talking biblically, but me personally, I gotta go see Egypt, bro.
Yeah,
I gotta go see what
do
they.
that.
I don't understand. It's not making sense to me. Hopefully,
pyramids?
here's what scares me though. If I don't know the date, I'm gonna pick a random date. You know what I'm saying? But if I can pick a specific time or a historic moment, I want to see them build the pyramids. I want to see how big they were. Everybody said it was 8 feet tall, 9 feet, 15 feet tall. Let's see what they really was talking about. I want to see the little pharaoh head. I want to see them build the Sphinx. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
so you
So
or something.
the funny thing is, just side note, y'all know I like random trivia. So the pyramid that you would see would look nothing like what you're imagining, right? Have you ever
Explain, bro.
Okay,
I was about to say,
so
break that down, 'cause what?
the pyramids originally were covered. They were capped, so there was actually a giant gold cap
Yeah.
on the top of the pyramid, and then you know what limestone is.
Mm-hmm.
So what you see is essentially the shell, but they would have been perfectly smoothed down
Yes.
inside.
Yeah, I do know that.
And like white limestone.
Yeah,
so like
I know that.
what you saw wouldn't even look like when
what
we
you
think of the
see.
pyramid, we think of those kind of like blocky stacks of rocks.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Transformers.
Yeah, like it wouldn't even look like that. It would look like
yep.
like literally like a perfect pyramid like we used to get. You remember them little plastic ones in math class in elementary school? It would look like that, but it would be like white with a gold cap.
And even the Mayans, bro. I just want to see. I just
The
want to see that
Mayans
stuff,
would
bro.
be very interesting to watch and just see how
That
they
would be.
move, bro. Like, I
That
mean,
would
they
be.
able to tell time from the sun. They able to, like, bro, they was just such.
They knew Braun was gonna win in 2016.
saying,
So
bro,
so hear me out. I just want to say because we're talking like crazy historical stuff. Like I would want to go back because like we learn a lot of stuff in school, and I'm like, okay, we accept that as fact. Like they say way back in the Maybach, the people started in Africa, and they walked over to Asia, and then eventually at a certain point there was a land bridge, the Bering Strait between America and Asia. That's how they got over here, like by Alaska. Yeah, I gotta see that, bro, because I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not convinced, but I just want to see this little strip of land that just miraculously appeared over the ocean.
So basically, one option is.
I feel that.
Like one's place.
Bro, one is
enough.
hard. One is hard, bro.
It's a couple that
Where you going,
I
John?
mean, it's
I think personally, it's kind of dark, my answer, but it popped up in my head, so I'm gonna have to say, I think I want to see like before slavery. I want to see, I think Africa, just how well they, how civilization was
yeah.
before all of the BS. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
I want to definitely see that. That's something that I feel like nobody can really.
that'll probably be powerful, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's something like the real motherland. You feel me? That I would want to see that. I feel like like you said, it would be real powerful.
Eggs, yeah.
If we not on like a deep note, it would have to do something with like you said, like how did they build the pyramids? I want to see that, or I want to see, you know what I'm saying, like Mayan civilization and how they were able to come up with some of the things that people still use to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like I would want to see something like that.
Now,
Definitely.
remember I said invisible and invincible, but you still like if I did that to somebody, they would feel it, hear it. I feel like you, Ryan, would go on a mission and kill some people.
Killing people is crazy.
I really do.
You'd be on some Among Us.
I just feel like Ryan is like 5 from what's his name, from Umbrella Academy. Like I'm here to save everybody. I'm here to fix what was
So
not right.
Here's really the problem with history.
I can just see.
No, just
being
already-
look,
he already
look,
figured it out.
Stop. No, stop.
Like, yeah,
I'm
actually,
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't. I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't. It's because oftentimes in history, there are worse people that aren't discussed. Right. So like everybody like I go back and kill Hitler. Right. The only thing that kept Joseph Stalin in check was Hitler. If we're talking about the number of people we erased off the face of the earth, Stalin's numbers make Hitler's numbers look like child's play.
So why? So I can see you going to take out Stalin.
But then that's the thing, bro.
because
It's somebody
Stalin
else.
was imperative in stalling Hitler. So the only Stalin's stubbornness, right? His stubbornness and refusal to let go of Russia because
So-
he was in charge.
So he
made
gonna go-
Hitler fight on two fronts, bro.
I'm always gonna have a rebuttal for you.
I'm just saying, like,
Look, he gonna go to a day where they had a meeting, and he just gonna kill everybody in the room.
Both of them.
So you think it's just gonna end there?
again, bad juju.
You think it's just gonna end there?
Bad juju, because Hitler was stupid.
Look, then Ryan
They
gonna
had
come back.
millions of followers.
Ryan gonna
bro.
come back.
Bro, that's
to
what I'm saying.
2025
The
and
only-
be like, oh, it's not.
No, so we can come into Wolfenstein.
This ain't America.
Oh, no.
We are not coming into Wolfenstein in real life, bro. Relax.
This is not America.
It would not look
No,
the same.
this would be listen. This would be Germany 2.0. Everything. I'm not. I won't say like I'm all into like chaos theory or anything, but like I firmly believe everything happened how it was supposed to happen.
Oh,
All right.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you go in a nightmare scenario, right? They told Japan don't do it. They said don't mess with America because they're not going to be too involved, so we're good. The only reason the Allies won World War II is because Japan went and pissed off America. Because Germany was over there beating the brakes off of all of Europe.
Yeah.
Japan was over there in Southeastern Asia tearing everybody up with no remorse. There was no answer to either of those superpowers.
So would you
They just bump Big Bro.
would you go into the future?
No,
Not at all.
it doesn't help. So it depends, because technically speaking, you know, like string theory, they're all theories. We don't actually know how it would work, right? So me going to a future and then returning to my present, if I were to make changes, it may not change anything, right? Because that future might already account for the fact that I've been to the future and saw these things. Or I'm going to just generate an entirely new timeline that has nothing to do with me. So ultimately, it doesn't directly affect me anyways. But in the event that I could possibly affect myself, right? Because time travel to the future can create paradoxical scenarios, right? Like if you go to the future and I find my own grandson, but in that same future I die. What happens to
Where's
my
grandson?
How does grandson get here? Because I didn't
Yeah.
have my kid yet in my life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's
Dang.
like all that type of craziness, bro. I don't even want to. I wouldn't want to mess with nothing like that.
I wouldn't even go a day into the future just because it's so
I
unknown.
wouldn't either.
That actually
I
just
would-
changed
Bro, that's
my
what I- bro, that's
perception
what I-
on that though.
I
Because
would not
remember, I
either.
don't know if y'all remember, we kind of talked about would you go in the future or past, and I said I think future. I ain't gonna lie, you kind of like
If I could strictly be an
It's-
observer,
it's useless.
definitely the past. But I don't want to go to the future because I can't do nothing with it here.
Bro, I don't even want to
it's
see. I don't
literally
even want to see you next week.
useless.
I don't either.
Bro, I don't want to see the
I
end of
wouldn't like
tonight.
to see myself, bro.
That's crazy, bro. I never thought about it that way. It's
I just
useless,
couldn't imagine.
literally.
I
Like,
couldn't imagine knowing how I die, or like you said, or like similar to what you said. Like I couldn't imagine being like, oh, I really get to go to. All right, I'm gonna do it. Let me go 30 years in the future, and then I see Janelle with another man, and it's just she's like, I fast forward, she's grieving. She's like, oh, he's been gone for 25 years. I still miss Bryce. I'm like, I've been dead for 25 years. I couldn't imagine, and then I come back. I'm like, bro, I got 5 years.
Hurt.
Everybody be like, you crazy? I'm like, I got 5 years.
nothing you can do
But
about
you
it.
might live at a whole different type of perspective though after that.
And then the day I know I died from something, I'll be like, nope, I ain't getting on that plane today.
Eggs and all.
And then the plane
They
comes
gonna-
crashing into the building. You
The plane gonna find me.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a whole nother conversation. But I'm just saying, like, do you think that like
Imagine the plane
Do we-
just fly. And then I'm like, I'm weaving it. It's just
I ain't gonna lie,
chasing you.
that sound like GTA real talk.
that sound like that sound like Final Destination meet GTA, bro? Like, that's
They making a new one, by the way.
what?
Final Destination.
I thought you was about
Yeah.
to say GTA. I was about to smack you.
I look
I'm about to say, duh.
I can't even. We
almost
ain't got
got
no
attitude,
release date,
bro.
nothing. So no, they not making a new one. But no,
They not impeccable with their work.
Hey,
No,
hey, it's crazy,
no.
John. See, that's crazy, John. That when other people do it, you don't like it. That's
don't.
crazy.
Okay, so this is the episode where John comes to an understanding about himself. No, I get it though. I definitely get it.
Bonathan.
Oh my goodness.
All right, man. That's a good episode, man. Y'all funny, man. Y'all definitely hilarious. But no, I couldn't go into the future, bro.
Nah, no future.
No shot.
I guess I don't want to go to the future no more either. Then
I would never go to the future, bro.
Keep me in the present, bro.
It's a couple things I could change in the past.
Yeah, I don't need